Want your clear coat to look like this? Smooth, glossy, and deep enough to see your reflection staring back at you. Right now, this blue Toyota is sitting in base coat, and honestly, this is the moment where a lot of painters get a little too comfortable. The color looks great, everything seems under control, and suddenly people think the hard part is done. But that's exactly where problems begin. Because clear coat is not just the final step, it's the step that decides whether your paint job looks professional or turns into a shiny regret. In this video, I'm breaking down 5 mistakes that ruin your clear coat finish. And if you avoid them, you'll save yourself time, money, and a whole lot of sanding. Stay until the end because the last mistake catches even experienced painters. And yes, it has humbled more than a few people in the booth. Right now, we're laying down the first coat of clear, and this is where the real test begins. A lot of people think spraying clear coat is easy. Just point the gun, pull the trigger, and let it shine. If only it were that simple. The truth is, the first coat sets the foundation for everything that follows. Too dry, and you'll fight texture. Too heavy, and you're inviting runs to the party. And trust me, runs always show up uninvited. What you're seeing here is controlled movement, steady pace, proper overlap, and keeping the spray gun at a consistent distance. That distance matters more than most beginners realize. Too close and the clear piles up too fast. Too far and it lands dry before it even levels out. Either way, your finish suffers. Clear coat is all about balance. Now here's the mistake many painters make during this stage. They rush because the panel already looks glossy. That shine can fool you. A wet-looking surface doesn't always mean it's applied correctly. What matters is how evenly the coat is laid and whether it has enough material to flow out smoothly as it cures. Another thing to pay attention to is your overlap. Every pass should blend into the last by about 70%. Miss that consistency and you'll create uneven texture across the panel. One side smooth, the other side looking like an orange peel farm. And let's talk about confidence, because clear coat can smell fear. The second you hesitate or change your speed halfway through a panel, the finish notices. Smooth technique gives smooth results. This is not the time to freestyle. The first coat is not about drowning the car in clear. It's about creating a uniform base for the next layer to build on. Think of it like setting the stage. If the first act is messy, the whole performance struggles. So while this coat may look simple, there's a lot happening here. Timing, control, distance, overlap, and patience. Get these right, and you're on your way to a deep, glass-like finish. Get them wrong, and you'll spend your weekends sanding instead of admiring your work. And nobody wants that. Now the first coat is down, and this is where patience starts earning its paycheck. We're letting it flash off. Not too rushed, not too delayed, because timing between coats can make or break the final finish. A lot of people underestimate this stage, but spraying the next coat too early can trap solvents, while waiting too long can affect how the layers bond together. This is the quiet part of the process, but it matters just as much as spraying itself. All right, second coat of clear is going on, and this is where things start to get serious, but also where people start getting a little too confident. Because after the first coat flashes off and everything looks nice and even, the brain starts whispering, "Yeah, I've got this. Let's go a bit faster, maybe a bit heavier too." And that's usually how clear coat problems are born. Right now, what you're seeing is the second coat building the depth. This is the layer that starts giving that glass look people chase. But here's the catch. This coat is not about showing off. It's about control. You don't win anything by flooding the panel. You win by laying it down evenly, with consistency, like you're painting with patience instead of emotion. Watch the movement of the gun. Same speed, same distance, same overlap. This is where discipline matters more than talent, because even a good painter can ruin a panel if they get lazy on coat number 2. And I've seen it happen. Someone starts off smooth, Then halfway through, they suddenly become a fast and furious spray technician. Now let's talk about a mistake people make right here. They chase shine too early. They see it starting to gloss up and think, I need more wetness. So they slow down or double back in spots. That's when you get sags and runs that look innocent at first, and then ruin your whole day later. Clear coat is funny like that. It looks calm on the surface, but it's very sensitive underneath. Treat it rough, it reacts. Treat it smooth, it levels out like glass. Another thing, don't overthink every pass. If your pattern is consistent, trust it. Overcorrecting is just as dangerous as rushing. It's like trying to fix a straight line by adding more curves. You don't improve it, you just complicate it. And while this second coat is going down, this is also where you start seeing the real personality of the paint come out. The blue on this Toyota starts to look deeper, richer, almost like it's moving when the light hits it. That's the clear doing its job, magnifying what's underneath. But remember, we're not done yet. This is still building stage. The temptation is to admire it too early, but don't fall for it. Many painters get emotionally attached at this point, and that's dangerous in a booth. Because the final result isn't decided by how good it looks mid-spray. It's decided by how disciplined you stay until the very last pass. So keep it steady, keep it clean, and don't get distracted by the shine. The real magic only shows up after it fully levels and cures. Second coat has flashed off, and now we're at the final stage. The moment everything comes together. This is the third and final coat of clear, and this is where the real finish is decided. Right now the goal is simple. Control, consistency, and confidence. No rushing, no panic spraying, no trying to fix anything mid-pass. If the previous coats were about building the foundation, this one is about locking in that deep, wet gloss that makes the paint look like glass. And here's something most people don't realize. This coat doesn't need to be aggressive. It needs to be smart. You're not trying to drown the panel. You're trying to let the clear flow, level, and settle into that smooth, reflective finish. Think of it like the final layer of polish on a luxury car. Everything underneath is doing the work. This just brings it to life. Now, as you spray, consistency is everything. Same distance, same overlap, same speed. This is where painters either look like professionals or start improvising like it's a freestyle competition. And trust me, the clear coat does not appreciate freestyle. Also, don't get distracted by the shine forming as you spray. That's the trap. You start thinking, it looks good already, and then you change your technique halfway through. That's how runs happen, and runs always show up at the worst possible time, usually after you've cleaned your gun and relaxed. So stay locked in until the last pass. Finish the panel clean, step back, and let it do what it's supposed to do. Level out and cure into that deep, glossy finish. And if you've watched this far, you're clearly serious about learning this properly. So do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. There's more real-world painting content coming, more mistakes exposed, and more techniques that will actually help you level up your work instead of guessing your way through it. Because in this game, it's not just about spraying paint. It's about knowing exactly what you're doing while everyone else is just hoping it comes out right. All right, let it cure, and we'll see the final results soon.